Every Friday, they would disguise themselves as waitstaff and sneak into wealthy villas to steal whatever they could. But this time, something unexpected happened. They overheard the rich homeowner talking about an upcoming business trip with his wife. The couple would be gone for several days. Once they heard that, stealing anything that night became the last thing on their minds. Why take the risk now, when they could wait for the house to be completely empty and loot the place at their leisure? While no one was paying attention, one of the men pulled out a device and quickly scanned the property. It showed that the only surveillance camera was at the front door, none inside the house. That was incredible news. To ensure everything went according to plan, they pretended to leave with the other guests after the party, but secretly hid in a corner, remaining inside the mansion. They spent the night hiding in the control room. The next morning, Jessica watched as the rich man and his wife drove off. She couldn't help but smile, because from this moment on, she considered herself the new owner of the villa. She and her partner ran wild through the house, laughing and playing without a hint of fear. Clearly, this wasn't their first home invasion, but just as they were about to start looting, Jack suddenly got a message from another teammate. Someone had just found a stash of cash in another mansion, over $1 million, and urgently needed Jack's help to carry it out. Upon hearing that, Jack quickly said goodbye to Jessica and promised to return after they cleaned out that mansion. Once Jack was gone, Jessica laid down on the rich man's luxurious bed, curious to know what $1 million mattress actually felt like. But just then, a sudden flash of headlights outside sent her into panic. She jumped up, realizing the homeowner had come back earlier than expected. In a rush, she straightened the sheets and scrambled to hide in a concealed corner. Moments later, the homeowner entered the room, but he wasn't with his wife. Instead, he had brought along a business associate. Hiding behind the couch, Jessica held her breath, not daring to make a sound. But to her horror, the partner suddenly collapsed onto the couch, seemingly out of nowhere. Then, Jessica heard something that chilled her to the bone. The wealthy man had long held a grudge against this business partner. He had brought him home for one purpose only: to kill him and take full control of the company's assets. His poisoning method was frighteningly clever. A single small disc, hidden beneath the drinking glass, was enough to eliminate the man and hand him billions in company wealth. After dragging the poisoned man's body away, the homeowner left the room. Jessica, now terrified, stood up and tried to leave the mansion. But in her haste, she accidentally knocked over the wine glass, spilling red wine across the floor. That one clumsy mistake was all it took. The rich man quickly realized someone else was in the house. He pulled out his phone and immediately locked down the entire villa. With one tap, he also activated a signal jammer. Jessica's burner phone lost reception instantly, cutting off her only chance of calling for help. As the man began searching the house for the intruder, Jessica had no choice but to duck back behind the couch, holding her breath once again.